Hi, this is the third video for lesson 19. This is Tom. And in this video, we're going to apply the empirical rule to find areas under the standard normal curve. And here's what we do. For example, I'm going to shade some areas, and then we're going to figure out what they are. So the first one I'm going to do is I'm going to shade this region between 0 and 1. And the question is find the area, because if we find what that area is, well, then we know the percentage of the data that falls between 0 and 1. Now, we don't know the empirical rule doesn't say anything about 0 to 1. It gives us this. It says that between -1 and 1, it says that from here to here is 68%. But notice this. We also said that the standard normal curve is perfectly symmetrical about the mean, meaning that this piece over here on the left is exactly the same size as the piece on the right. So in other words, the mean cuts that 68% precisely in half. And so for my gray region here, if I take, so this is our first one, if I take 68% and I cut it in half, divided by 2, the gray region represents 34% of the data. Or if you wanted, you could write it as simply 0.34. So maybe for the rest of the video, we'll use our notations differently. I guess I should say 0.68 and 0.34 there. So this is 0.68. Okay, let's try another one. Let's try another one here. Let's try this one in melon color. I like the melon. Oh, here's a sneaky problem. What if I just shade this region from 2 down to 1? Let's find this area now. Now this one becomes we have to do a bit more thinking, but we can do that. Now, here's an interesting idea. If I shade the entire picture, that would be 100%. If I then cut the picture in half and unshaded 1/2, I now have shaded half of the picture. So let's use that idea of halves. So if I shaded from -2 to 2, so if I shaded all of that, the empirical rule tells me, well, that's 95% of the data. Or I'll just write 0.95. Okay. Now, well, this entire left half, I don't need in this problem. I only am looking on the right half. So let's take the 0.95 and we're going to divide that by 2. Well, that gives us 0.475 of the picture. But notice what I've done. I still don't have the answer. What I just did is from 0 out to 2, this is the 0.475. So the question is, well, how do I just get the red region that I've shaded? And here's how we do it. Notice that what we can do is the gray, we know that this is 0.34. And we know that all of this is 0.475. So if we subtract what we know, 0.34, from the entire half that we're looking at, 0.475, we'll be removing the gray and we'll be left with the red. So in other words, the red shaded region is 0.475 minus 0.34, and that's going to give us, let's see, 0.135. So that red shaded region is 0.135 of the picture. I hope that's how you do this. And in the practice problems, you'll find a variety of the different regions shaded. And so by playing around with the applications of the empirical rule, you can find quite a few of these. But before I close this out, let's do one more. Let's do a purple one. And let's do all of this little region way off into the tail. Now, this is a more clever problem because here's what I know. When I talk about 3 standard deviations from the mean, well, 3 standard deviations, that's my 0.997. But that's the total amount between. So, but I want, not only that, I want the part outside of that. Well, here's what we could do. If I take 1, or 100%, and I subtract 0.997, then what I get is 0.003. Now, wait a minute. That would mean, and I'm going to do this, the 0.003, well, that would mean that would also include this yellow tail. Now, the properties of that it's symmetrical says, well, then this yellow tail is exactly the same as the purple tail. And so all I have to do is just divide the 0.003 in half, 0.003. If we divide that by 2, well, then we're left with 0.0015. And actually, this 0.0015 is the area of the purple here, and it's also the area out in this tail. So that's kind of a clever application of it. Give those a try. I hope this helps, and thanks for watching.